Colonel, United States Army retired, our board of directors, our committee and staff. We would like to welcome and thank the members of the San Diego boating and marine aviation community for joining us today on Veterans Day 2022. Of course, today we are here to honor and thank our veterans and active duty members for their service to our country, past and present. We have over 30 boats signed up for today's parade and decorated military and patriotic themes around San Diego Bay. Beautiful day here in San Diego, sunny San Diego, nice like high cloud cover and just perfect weather. Be on a boat today. Many of our boats in the parade will also have active duty personnel and veterans on board, and they're competing for prizes for best decorated boats in Navy, Marine Corps, Army, Air Force, Coast Guard. I don't quite think we have Space Force yet, but just many patriotic themes. We'll also hopefully have a great demonstration by America's finest city, San Diego Coast Guard. They actually got called out to do a mission and hoping they'll be back in time during our boat parade today. And the always awesome San Diego Salute Formation team led by Mike Reardon. They will be finishing up today. My name is Phil Kendro, Marine Corps veteran, and really glad to be with you all again. So what is Fleet Week? Fleet Week San Diego is a 501c3 nonprofit foundation created by community and business leaders to honor and celebrate the men and women of the military through public events and alliances to support and thank those heroes. The Chamber of Commerce gave birth to Fleet Week San Diego in 1997, and by 2001 the event had grown into a nonprofit California public benefit corporation. By expressing support for the contributions made by the sea services to the many communities of the greater San Diego region, Fleet Week San Diego helps to maintain the vision of San Diego as an always awesome, patriotic, and pro-military city. For more information about San Diego Fleet Week events and for next year, visit fleetweeksandiego.org, fleetweeksandiego.org. So sit back or stand, grab an awesome beverage or tasty snack, relax and enjoy the parade. Thank you all for your continued support of the globe's finest military and veteran community. First up today, we're going to have a swift boat from the Maritime Museum of San Diego. This Mark II patrol craft fast swift boat in the United States Navy, officially called the Patrol Craft Fast, or PCFs for short, but the men who served on them during Vietnam has always known them as a swift boat. In 1971, the U.S. Navy donated 2 swift boats to the newly formed Republic of Malta's Maritime Squadron. After 40 years of Coast Guard duty, Malta retired these boats from service. In 2011, Malta's Minister of Defense donated a swift boat to this Maritime Museum of San Diego with our promise to preserve our history and to pay tribute to all swift boat sailors from both countries. The Swift Boat Sailor Association brought the swift boat to the Maritime Museum of San Diego to be restored and operated here on the bay. Museum visitors have the opportunity to experience the sound and throbbing vibration from 2 V12 diesels delivering 980 horsepower for high-speed runs through the bay, while retired swift boat sailors and docents talk about what it was like to be a crewman in Vietnam, serving as a quartermaster, gunner's mate, engineman, radarman, boatswain's mate, or skipper. The Navy first used them on coastal patrols as part of Operation Market Time to interdict seaborne supplies on the way to the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese Army in South Vietnam. Later, these boats moved into rivers and canals of the Mekong Delta and the Kamal Peninsula to conduct special operations, gunfire support, troop insertion, evacuation, and raids into enemy territory. The United States Navy swift boats were weapons of war. For the officers who commanded them, swift boats were a chance at independent duty at a very young age. Most men were under 25 years old. For the sailors who crewed them, swift boats were an opportunity to abandon big ship confusion and bureaucracy for a small combatant where every man counted and where every man could trust his shipmates and befriend them like a family. In 1968, swift boats became a part of the Brownwater Navy, joining Patrol Boat River and the Mobile Riverine Force, patrolling rivers and canals of the Mekong Delta. This was Admiral Zumwalt's successful introduction strategy called Operation Sea Lords to disrupt the Viet Cong's mobility and to make villages safe for the South Vietnamese to return home. Following that beautiful swift boat is the America. Without exaggerating, America is the world's most famous racing yacht. It is also one of the most beautiful yachts in the world. The reason is simple. The original America put yachting on the map. It is why the most famous trophy in sailing is called the America's Cup. In 1851, a boat named America won the Royal Yacht Squadron's 100 Guinea Cup, given to the winner of a race around the Isle of Wight. It is said that the margin was so great that watching America sail past the Royal Yacht, Queen Victoria famously asked, "Who came second?" "Your Majesty, there is no second," was the reply. The winners, members of the New York Yacht Club, donated the trophy to the club to be held as a challenge trophy. Thus was born the America's Cup, named after the boat, not the country. There aren't many yachting stories as exciting as the '95 history of America, the low black schooner from New York that won the most famous race of them all, designed by a young genius who combined the best of old world theory and new world practicality, and owned by a syndicate of powerful men out to prove American maritime prowess. She did what almost everybody thought was impossible. Her later career was equally as colorful: conveyor of secret agents, Confederate blockade runner, Union warship, Naval Academy training vessel, and the pride and joy of a famous Civil War general and politician. By her end in 1945, she was one of the most honored vessels in the United States. The original was destroyed during World War II, but this one is a near-perfect replica built in 1995 at a cost of more than $6 million. And right now it's putting up that big, huge American flag, which is absolutely beautiful out there today. 139 feet, weighing 226,000 pounds, mast height of 105 feet, and capacity to hold 77. All right, coming up close now is those swift boat sailors we were talking about. Again, serving in Vietnam, and many of those docents from the San Diego Maritime Museum, where we're broadcasting live from today. And again, since 2011, we've had the swift boat here that's restored and operated on the bay, giving a big wave out to those docents and veterans. Thank you for being here today, and happy Veterans Day, gents. And ladies. Without our sponsors and partners, we could not do what we do here at Fleet Week San Diego, and we want to give much thanks to them today. Happy Veterans Day to you too, sir. Our major Fleet Week sponsors we want to recognize are General Atomics, Sony, Liberty Military Housing, BAA Systems, the Port of San Diego, Judith Campbell Educational and Community Foundation, Lockheed Martin, Naval Federal Credit Union, Sequan Casino Resort, Austral USA, the USS Midway Museum, City of San Diego, Bird's Eye Aero Drones, or BEAD. Our media sponsor, the San Diego Union Tribune, and our official soft drink sponsor, Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling. So as the America's coming around, taking a look back at us at the awesome mission, the Maritime Museum of San Diego, the mission being to serve our community memory of our seafaring experience by collecting, preserving, and presenting our rich maritime heritage and historic connections with the Pacific world. Looking at the beautiful California, and as the America comes by, you can see it on the screen. The history of human achievement is defined in large measure by our historical relationship with the sea. Not only has the sea determined the progress and shape of civilization, our understanding of the relationship and our responsibilities for stewardship of the oceans will determine our future. This relationship cannot be understood or defined in purely scientific terms. Culture exerts a dominating influence. So the museum here is to preserve traditional knowledge, skills, and folk culture of the enterprise of the sea, provide a safe repository for material culture, and illustrate how the maritime enterprise has touched and continues to influence our daily lives. Looking back there now at the beautiful America, I just brought back the flag. The flag was so big, I think it was actually turning into a sail for the boat, so I think they had to bring it back down. Today we'd also like to thank very much the Maritime Museum of San Diego, HealthNet, GD NASCO, the Gary Sinise Foundation, North Island Credit Union, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Veterans United Home Loans, Guaranteed Rate Mortgage, USAA, Mopar Club of San Diego, SDG&E, and Northrop Grumman. Again, thank you very much for those organization sponsors helping to make it today happen with San Diego Fleet Week. And again, the beautiful America passing right by us in the San Diego Maritime Museum. Get a very big wave there, and do that boat wave. Of course, you're on the boat. Happy Veterans Day, America. Good to see you all. All right, here comes the boat parade. Number 159, Joy Vincent, San Diego. Family Affair. Onboard Family Affair, we retired Major Steve Snyder, retired Navy Chief Chuck Vinson, and retired First Chief Petty Officer John Davis, representing the Navy aviation community. God bless America. And God bless you all, the Family Affair. Happy Veterans Day. So as you've already seen right now, we've had that Vietnam-era swift boat from the Maritime Museum of San Diego, the America, all manned by veterans. And today's boats will proceed first past Harbor Island to the Embarcadero, passing in front of the Maritime Museum, Broadway Pier, the USS Midway Museum, and Seaport Village, crossing the channel at the Cesar Chavez Pier, and proceed past the Coronado Ferry Landing. Today's parade, as you can see, is being live streamed and may be viewed at the Fleet Week website, Fleet Week San Diego, or on YouTube at Fleet Week San Diego. Up that beautiful American flag back up there. Actually, like I said, it's almost counted as a sail. It's so large up there as it's passing by one of our cruise ships, many cruise ships are visiting San Diego. America's finest city, definitely a place to come visit. If you're out there and not in San Diego and watching on live stream, you definitely have to come visit this beautiful town and take in the Maritime Museum and so many of our other awesome adventures. Today's also the last event of Fleet Week, and what a week it was. We had our student SEM days last week, enlisted luncheon at SeaWorld, ship visits on the USS Montgomery, and also a great breakfast with the San Diego Military Advisory Council with 3rd Fleet Commander Admiral Boyle. Unfortunately today, the United States Coast Guard here at United States Coast Guard Air Station San Diego, unfortunately they had to get called on a couple missions, so we won't see the Coast Guard search and rescue demonstration today, but definitely want to give them a shout out as we are a Coast Guard city in San Diego and have just a great reputation with all of those Coast Guards men and women that serve over there. Unfortunately, Ray Slapkunis was the aircraft commander, but he's out there helping out some folks. What do you, commander of Sector San Diego? And thank for the support, for the exceptional support you have given for over 1,000 Coast Guard men and women stationed around here. It's an honor to have you with America's finest city, Captain Spittler, and welcome to you and your family. All right, coming around the bend, we got another boat here coming. 151, Mike Philbrook, San Diego, named the Osprey. We got the Boy Scouts of America out there too. Great decorations, nice red, white, and blue, and all the flags up there as well. Must have had a veteran put up those flags. They're in the right precedence too. Don't fall over there. Happy Veterans Day, y'all. And Boy Scouts of America, one more information. You got 619-298-6121. Boy Scouts of America. Next coming up, we've got no number, but he's just cruising along and having a good time anyway. So anyway, thanks. Happy Veterans Day. All right, 158, Stan Smith, San Diego, California. The Mariana Queen, 36-foot trawler. And yes, home of the world's greatest fighting force. And even dressed up today. Nice. And then dress blue. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Mariana Queen, and happy Veterans Day, and happy late Marine Corps birthday, too. Hoorah! Next, we have 153, Mark Payson from Phoenix, Arizona. 3 sheets. 3 sheets to the win. Gotta love that one. That's awesome. A Catalina 320. Looks like a Navy veteran on there, flying the Navy flag for us underneath the American flag. Happy Veterans Day to you all, too. And police keeping everybody in track here. Harbor Police out there, of course, doing a great job for us in San Diego. All these boats on the bay. We're really excited to have San Diego Harbor Police always out there to help and protect and keep everybody safe out there. All right, got our Air Force one here. Can't quite see the number. Is the Harbor Police going to join our boat parade, is what it looks like to me? Guess they're going to go in, too. Don't have the number, but thank you. Yep, I guess the Harbor Police is going to join the boat parade as well now, too. We got an extra boat joining us. All right, next, the Ariel. Let's see, this is number 146, Stefan and Deborah Nash from Carlsbad. A diesel tugboat. This is the smallest diesel tugboat around. It's nice Harbor Police playing some music for everybody out there, too. And also got a view of the USS Midway Museum over there today, looking down on the boat parade, as they are going to be passing by them as well. An amazing spot for tourists. Make sure you visit the USS Midway Museum as well while you're here. Get a spot of that awesome carrier with all of there's many, many volunteers, 3,000 volunteers up there, and they're awesome docents. All right, don't have a number. Got the Intuition. Intuition number 152, Douglas Carroll from La Mesa, California. Catalina 320. Yeah, and Gonzaga up there. Of course, Gonzaga will be playing on the Lincoln today, later on ESPN, that you'll be able to catch on. Easily Influenced. All right, Easily Influenced. Looks like you joined us today. That's good. Always good to have another boat in here and stuff. Glad you can join us as well. All right, number 118. That is William Houlihan, San Diego, California. Sun baby. Love that. Let's hear more about 118. All right, we have 3 veterans aboard. Tim Short from the Army. Captain Paul Grozen, United States Navy Submarine Commander. Bill Houlihan, Skipper, the Navy, USS Robinson, DDG-12. 2 Vietnam deployments, 1966 and 67. God bless you all. Next up, we've got 109. Mark, I'm going to butcher your name, Mark. Sorry, Karachi, Spring Valley, the Marie Grace, a Hunter, 34-footer. Another Navy veteran up there with the Navy flag flying. Of course, we have our 3 seaborne services, the Navy, the Marine Corps, and Coast Guard here in San Diego. So proud of it. Also glad to have all the other veterans here join us today in their boats. We'll be waiting for that Space Force flyover one of these days, too. Speaking of flyovers, in about 20-25 minutes, we will have San Diego Salute Formation Team. We'll be overhead for a few passes. Look forward to seeing them again as they do such a great job for so many flyovers. 144, Sean Mahoney. San Diego, good news. Sean Mahoney, of course, this Coast Guard-themed trawler-style cabin cruiser has a family crew, including Henley, a yellow Labrador Retriever. See you up there, buddy. Henley the Lab enjoys frequent outings aboard Good News 5, a 1972 Grand Banks 32. A sharp lookout by sight, sound, and smell. Henley always alerts her crew to lounging seals, which she isn't snoozing herself in her favorite spot in the galley. And awesome Coast Guardsman, Sean Mahoney. Thank you very much all you do, especially Red Cross and everything else, Sean. Sean, of course, one of our former Coast Guard commanders here in San Diego. Followed by Tim Borelli, just transitioned out of the Coast Guard, and then it said Captain Spittler now has just joined. So great Coast Guard city, San Diego. All right, got some music going on now too. And we got the Uncle Sam's hats out there. Very nice. Don't quite have a number. Looking for a number. Looking for a number. That's right. We all decorate out. Just beautiful today. All right, 105, Steve Berghoff, Chula Vista, Captain America, and it's got all the American flags out there, and this, and look, the bubbles too. This is great, nice, nice. The music going on, they have got the appeal going on. It's nice. All right, 106. 46. 156. 156. There's Schultz, San Diego. Game on. 32-foot. Blackfin. Looking great out there. 116 now. James Harvey. Chula Vista Escapist. 34-foot. Sailboat nice. Everything a little more choppy out there. Wind's actually picked up a little bit nicer too, so that's going to help out some of these sailboats that have actually been doing their racing out there today. I think the first time we've had a sailboat race going on during our boat parade. 122. Woody Hunt. La Jolla, the Coley D. This Pilot House Marriott is 65 feet and nice and patriotic looking as well. Thank you for joining us today for our Veterans Day event with Fleet Week San Diego. Coming up quick is number 135, John Lima, San Diego, Mitisu. I'm butchering these names. Sorry about that. Really do appreciate you guys having out there with flags we have flying up there today. Mi Petisu. All right, 104 coming around the corner now. James Blinn, La Mesa, California. Aardvark 2, 35-foot rough water trawler. All right, we got going on here. Let's see, we've got one. Let's see, Big Banquito, Higgy, San Diego. All right, coming up here now, we've got 154 maybe? Yeah, 154, Wild Putt from Coronado. See ya! This 30-foot whale power boat. Looking nice. Got the music going on, nice loud speakers too.
Not quite ready to go there. Are you?
I feel like I am, but am I really ready for it? But that's why there's dating.
Well, that might be in a boat parade, but we still have plenty of boat action going on out there today. And we actually still have a flyover here in about 15 to 20 minutes. The San Diego Salute Formation team will be joining us. And they've got 4 T-34s led by Mike Reardon, and excited to see them as they do their demonstration. So about 15 to 20 minutes, we'll be back here, and we'll keep you informed. And as you can see, we've got bird's eye aerial drones bead up there now. It's actually providing some coverage of the boat parade coming through past the USS Midway and the Broadway Pier today. And again, in about 15 minutes, we've seen the San Diego Salute Formation team will be in the air above our heads for a few passes with their awesome T-34 1950s aircraft.
Oh, I saw your feature on
You see my cover like this the whole time. All these. Oh, the reel was really bad, but it was fine. It was just the salty people who don't like smooth have a lot of their lives. Yeah. It's just opposite.
General Dynamics, NASCO, they do build them and push them right in. So they're rebuilding or they have a build on this one. Where? This one. I remember saying that you had all those odd end items that you had to take care of on shelves and shelves. Yeah, empty and waiting. Made in America. Headed to China.
Those are very close.
It's like, I don't know, but I have to say
That's
so.
the F
So,
back.
so did he talk to you?
Elon?
Yeah.
I ran into him twice. A word. He just won. Model 3.
Today, we've called for the push of the San Diego Salute Formation team. Right now, they're down the Coronado Bridge and coming up to the north. These local professional pilots are a mixture of private owners and military veterans and have performed at many air shows and events in the Southern California region. This group is made up of Southern California-based pilots flying U.S. and Eastern Bloc single-engine propeller-driven former military aircraft and aerobatic competition aircraft. Today, you're going to see the U.S.-designed and manufactured two-seat Beechcraft T-34 Mentor. The aircraft also sometimes possess of the Russian-designed single-seat Yakolov Yak-50 and two-seat Yakolov Yak-52, the Chinese-designed Nanchung CJ-6, and even the Yakolev Yak-18. One of the only 4 or 5 seat passenger fully aerobatic trainers. Today we'll just have those Beechcraft T-34s. Typical flights include 3 or more aircraft with several passing and varied formations, which you will see today. Most aircraft feature visible smoke systems that add exciting visual element to each flight. And there we have them overhead, Air Force ship with smoke on. These propeller-driven single-engine military trainer aircraft derived from the Beechcraft Model 35 Bonanza, the earliest versions of the T-34s dating from around the late 1940s to the 1950s, were piston engine. These were eventually succeeded by the upgraded T-34 Charlie Turbo Mentor, which actually I had the privilege of being an instructor and had a blast teaching Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard future aviators. Be aware, it looks like we've got a blip overhead. Should be above you all, no factor. See the blimp here? After extensive testing, the U.S. Air Force ordered the Mentor into production as the T-34 Alpha, which actually some are flying over us today, in early 1953. The first production T-34 was delivered to Edwards Air Force Base, California, in 1953. The T-34 remained the standard Air Force primary trainer until the introduction of the Cessna T-37 Tweet in the late 1950s, replacing both the T-34 Alpha and T-28 Alpha. The U.S. Navy kept the T-34 Bravo operational as the Naval Air Training Command initial primary trainer at the former Naval Air Station Stopfleet Field, Florida, until the mid-1970s, and as the Navy Recruiting Command aircraft until the early 1990s. Today, Mike Reardon is leading the flight, along with Dean Roberts, Brian Smith, and Kent Field in his United States Air Force color paint job. Mike has the red and white, or the orange and white that you would see, which is so familiar you would see at Whiting Field or Corpus Christi Naval Air Station, until it was replaced by the T-62 Texan II. Often you'll see these aircraft over Petco Park, the new Snapdragon Stadium, or many veterans events and memorial services. One of the most basic maneuvers that you have to learn is a breakup and rendezvous, is what they're practicing right now. And part of the firework today too is we had the blimp actually come out today. Actually, not for us necessarily for Fleet Week, but for the ESPN game this evening being played by Gonzaga and Michigan State. As you can see right now, the T-34s are rejoining. Hey, Mike, whenever you want to depart, you're good. You're clear to the south or whichever way you're going to go. And again, have that Goodyear blimp in the background as we've got the San Diego Salute Formation team here connecting back. So they're going to departing back to the south down the Coronado Bridge and back returning to their home field of Gillespie Field in El Cajon, California. One more pass by the San Diego salute formation team with smoke on. On behalf of San Diego Fleet Week, we'd like to thank you so much for being with us here today on this beautiful Veterans Day. Thanks to the Maritime Museum of San Diego for hosting us. And again, we must thank our sponsors, for without our partners and sponsors, we could not do what we do at Fleet Week San Diego. Again, General Atomic, Sony, Liberty Military Housing, BAE Systems, the Port of San Diego, Judith Campbell Educational and Community Foundation, Lockheed Martin, Navy Federal Credit Union, Sequan Casino and Resort, Austell, USA, USS Midway Museum, the City of San Diego, Bird's Eye Aerial Drones, Bead, our media sponsor San Diego Tribune, and official soft drink sponsor Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling. Today and every day, we should always remember those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice, and thus we owe one moment this week or weekend to reflect upon them as well. We appreciate your support of Fleet Week San Diego, our military, veterans, and first responders too. If you have a moment, make sure to let them know how much we treasure their service to our country and to San Diego, America's finest city. Enjoy your weekend, and I'm done. Don't have to listen to me talk anymore. This has been Phil Kendra wishing you an awesome Veterans Day. And don't forget, there's still much going on today. Make your way down to the USS Midway Museum. Go out and have a nice meal. And again, thank you again for a happy Veterans Day. On, and you stay classy, San Diego.